So we all have interest in tattoos, right? I mean, that's why we're here. Do you ever stop to think where these came from? How do we go from this to this? And who are the people that were involved with it? We all know who invented the car, but do you really know who invented the tattoo machine and how we got here? We're gonna be spotlighting one of the key figures that launched us into modern tattooing today as we know it. I want you to sit back and relax as we go over the history of tattooing with Charlie Wagner. We dug through hours of research so you wouldn't have to. Now, Charlie Wagner's legacy shaped the essence of the tattoo industry as we know it today. Charlie Wagner was born January 20th, 1875 in Prešov, Slovakia. While early details about his life are sparse, there are some books out there that are written about him. We know that Charlie's family moved to New York when he was around 5 years old. Basically the epicenter for the tattoo industry as it was back in the day, hosting a vibrant community of artists and clientele as well. Charlie Wagner's apprenticeship essentially started when he met Samuel O'Reilly. Now, Samuel O'Reilly was an accomplished tattoo artist, but he's also known for the US patent for the modern day tattoo machine. He put that patent in 1891. Charlie's apprenticeship marked a crucial phase for his tattoo career. It provided him with valuable insights to the art and technical aspects of tattooing. This is where he learned the intricacies of machine design, operation, and maintenance. O'Reilly's inventive spirit and forward thinking allowed Wagner to push the boundaries, influencing the trajectory of machine design, set the benchmarks for future tattoo artists and machine makers. He meticulously learned how to fine-tune each one of the components in a machine, such as the electromagnetic coils, the needles, the frames, aiming for greater precision. His refinements weren't solely based on the technical aspects of it. Wagner also focused on enhancing the comfort and experience for both artist and client. By optimizing the machine's ergonomics and performance, he aimed to create a smoother, more controlled, less evasive tattoo for both artist and client. He would share his innovations with apprentices and other artists, which fostered a culture and community that grew. If it wasn't for him, who knows where we'd be at this point. If you can think in your mind and picture a vibrant tattoo scene in the Bowery in the early 20th century of New York City, Charlie Wagner was basically the epicenter for that. In this thriving environment, Charlie Wagner's shop became the focal point for innovation and artistic excellence. His reputation as a skilled tattoo artist brought aspiring tattoo artists and enthusiasts to his doorstep. He was essentially a beating heart, developing this culture that was not really there before him. Through his artistry and innovations and his willingness to share his knowledge, Wagner became the torchbearer for the Bowery tattoo scene. This basically cemented his legacy in the new New York City tattoo culture that was happening. Charlie Wagner's tattoo designs solidified his role as a pioneer in the tattoo culture. His tattoo flash became a cornerstone for what you see today. They're basically the stuff of legend. Hands down, some of the most important pieces of work shaping what tattoo flash is today. What set his flash apart from others was not only the imagery, but the quality of themselves. He had meticulous attention to detail and artistic flair that was above and beyond what anybody else was doing at the time. His flash back in the day, and now, is still sought after by collectors alike. This flash basically set up what traditional tattooing became in the early 20th century and going forward. So doing my research, I found numerous stories about a collaboration with Tattoo Lou and Charlie Wagner. Tattoo Lou, or as he was nicknamed, and this is not to offend anybody, but it was a different time, was called Lou the Jew. Lou Alberts was a tattoo artist from the Bowery area, and it was said that Charlie Wagner and Lou Alberts had a supply company together. Charlie Wagner did have a tattoo supply company that he had in 1902. From my understanding and some of the research that I did, Lou Alberts actually sold his flash that he was doing through Charlie Wagner's tattoo supplies. They were both working out of the Chatham Square area of the Bowery, so it wasn't like they didn't know each other, and from what I understand, they actually worked together a lot. And I think that this is where they tried to put the stories together to make this tale. And I could be wrong. Again, I've tried to do a lot of research on this, and if anybody out there knows, please comment below, give me some updates, and I'll gladly post something that says, hey, I was wrong. Here's the real evidence. But again, I did a lot of research and I could not find a solid concrete connection between the two. Lou Alberts is an interesting character and would be a whole nother episode within itself. And I'll probably wind up doing an episode for him. So make sure you like and subscribe to get any updates that we have for future episodes. It helps out the show and we really appreciate it. Now, Charlie Wagner was well known for passing on his knowledge to up-and-coming tattoo artists and apprentices. And this basically ensured that his artistry would cross over from generation to generation. As an experienced and respected tattoo artist, he understood the importance of passing on this knowledge to his fellow tattoo artists and up-and-coming tattoo artists as well. Under Wagner's tutelage, apprentices not only learned about tattooing and artistry, but they also learned about professionalism, creativity, and innovation. His mentorship went beyond the studio. He instilled a deep appreciation for the history and knowledge of tattooing into all of his apprentices and other tattoo artists. He had a deep respect for the craft itself, and he wanted to make sure it got carried along to the next generation and future generations to come. His apprentices became part of a lineage, connecting them basically with a rich history of the tattoo industry. Now, many of Wagner's tattoo apprentices went on to become well-known or famous tattoo artists themselves. This actually perpetuated the impact of Charlie Wagner as an icon in the industry, a legend. Specific details on Charlie Wagner's apprentices was not heavily documented and not widely available in historical records. However, we do have a list of apprentices under Charlie Wagner, and some of these names might be names that you guys might know. The first on the list is William Willie Moskowitz. Willie was a barber in the Chatham Square section of the Bowery. During his first 10 years or so as a barber, Willie was kind of grinding it out with 10-cent shaves and 25-cent haircuts. To make extra money, Willie rented out space to tattoo artist Al Neville, who's another notable character in the Bowery tattoo tale. During this time frame, barbershops rented out space to tattooers, and it was a common practice. Through the years, Willie established a lifelong friendship with Wagner. During this friendship, Wagner gave Willie his first 2 tattoos. Sometime after that, Wagner began to show Willie the different aspects of tattooing, not only giving Willie the instructions, but also supplied Willie with inks and machines. The next name on my list is a female, which was very rare back in the day, who was known to become the Queen of the Bowery, or the mother of modern tattooing. The female's name is Millie Hull. She is said to be covered from head to toe by Wagner in really a short period of time. During these tattoo sessions, she was so inspired that she went on to learn the craft from Wagner, and she became one of the few female tattoo artists of her time, basically making her mark on tattoo history. Now, there are other tattoo artists that also became fairly big, and hopefully we get to talk about them on a future episode.
Let's wrap this up. I got the director's cutter.
Now, we have to put this all into context because you have to realize when Charlie Wagner was tattooing in New York City, it was a changing time and there were significant laws and challenges that were out there for tattoo artists. Think of where we're at today, folks. TV, Instagram, YouTube. This never would have existed if these guys didn't jump some of these boundaries, some of these hurdles that they had to go through in order to make tattoos accepted out in the forefront as it is today, because they are so mainstream right now. Despite all these hurdles, Charlie Wagner persisted, and he contributed to turning the culture around to make tattoos more acceptable. For that, we have to pay mad respects to Charlie Wagner. Charlie Wagner's style isn't confined to the past, folks. It's echoed throughout tattooing as we know it today. That puts Charlie Wagner on the Mount Rushmore of tattooing, in my book.